In this video, we're going to show you how to create your first domain controller in an Active Directory environment. This is a fresh install of Server 2008 R2. The only things we've done to it are set a static IP address and disable the Windows firewall. So we're going to go here and hit start and launch our command prompt, except we're going to launch from an elevated console. You can do this by right-clicking and running as administrator. From here, we're going to issue the command dcpromo. If you were adding a domain to an existing or domain controller, from an existing forest, you need to run a couple other commands, but we'll show you that in a later video. For this, being the first domain controller in an environment, it's going to be running dcpromo, and we're going to start in just standard mode. Here we can click next. It just goes over some security compatibility. Here we're going to select create a new domain in a new forest. We're going to make our domain 5minutech.com, 5mintech.com. Click next. Some of these take a few seconds to go through. We're going to select a Server 2008 R2 forest functional level. These are, depending on what your level is, you'll have different options and compatibilities with each. If you're in an existing environment, you'd want to select the server of your oldest server. So if you had a 2003 server still running, you'd want to go ahead and select that to make sure everything was compatible. Basically, whatever the oldest domain controller is in your environment, that's what we're going to have to go with. Since this is a fresh environment, we'll go ahead and select Windows Server 2008 R2 Edition. Select Next. This may throw up an error here, showing that it doesn't have an existing DNS, and it may give us kind of a little warning, which we can disregard because we will be creating this as the DNS server as well. And we will be pausing a couple sections of this while it's just processing to save our time to reach the end of the lesson. So at moments you may hear a pause in audio until these processes go through and we can continue to the next step. And at this screen we're going to go ahead and click Next. This will be a DNS server and a global catalog server. Read-only domain controller that is grayed out here is a Server 2008 option, allowing, just as it says, read-only domain controller, no writable functions. We're going to go ahead and leave that blank. This is the prompt I was talking to you earlier about. We can go ahead and just continue through this. These defaults are fine. This is your directory services restore password. If you had to restore Active Directory, you would use this, so make sure it's secure and make sure it's something you do remember. You can go ahead and click Next here. So go ahead and run through our process. And once it's finished, we'll go ahead and select Reboot on completion, which will automatically restart. And when you restart, this will be a domain controller, and you will log in with your administrator password that you specified in this instruction. And see you next video.